Hey, yeah, I've got a big beefy bike lock here. It's a 5-wheel combination one, but it's a no-name brand. But it's big, the cable looks big, but I suspect most of that is plastic. And 5 wheels, it might make it harder to decode, but I know with this lock, it has no false gates. It's currently set to a combination that I don't know. Now, the first approach that you should use when trying to decode a combination bike lock is what's called the indirect method. First of all, you have to figure out which side to pick on. If I tension the lock by trying to pull both sides, if I'm trying to open it up, trying to pull it apart, so I'm tensioning the lock, I see, yep, that's this tight to turn. This side is very tight to turn. Okay, so I know that this end is the sign that's binding first. It's tensioning the most, it's hardest to turn. When I tension the lock, it's hardest to turn this side. So I'm going to pick on this side, and I'm going to use the indirect method starting on this side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this wheel to every number to see which number makes the next wheel along hardest to turn under tension. In other words, which number of this wheel makes this wheel start to bind. Okay, so if I pull as if I'm trying to open it up, so I'm tensioning the lock, I can see, oh yeah, this wheel is this tight to turn on 0. I put this wheel to 1, this tight to turn, put it to 2, maybe a little bit tighter on 2, 3, 3's tighter, 4, oh, 4 is very, very tight, very tight. Okay, 4's the winner so far. 5, not tight. 6, not tight. 7, not tight. 8, not tight. 9, not tight. So 4 is the winner so far. When I pull, I get very tight. Okay, so it's very tough to turn this wheel. So I think the correct number for this combination for the last wheel is 4. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to turn this wheel to each number to see which number starts to bind the next wheel along. Okay, so I'm going to tension again, and a tip, by the way, with these locks, when you pull, try not to sort of pull up this way, but try and pull along. Maybe squeeze these two bits in a bit so that you're not tempted to go up, because even if you put the correct combination in, the lock won't open if you're trying to pull it up, and you naturally want to try and pull it up because it goes down on both sides, and you naturally want to pull this angle, but don't do that. So try and pull along, and then that's how I'm going to tension this lock, trying to open it the proper way. So for this lock, I'm pulling along, and I'm going to turn this to each number to see which number binds this wheel. I'm starting to get tired arms already from all this tensioning, especially trying to do it on camera, but that's what the indirect method requires. Okay, so this one, pulling along, it's this tight, pulling along, 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 this tight. So far, they don't really seem tighter, although 7 seems tighter. Okay, just double check that with 6. So yeah, that's this tight, which isn't that tight, but 7, pulling along, yep, a lot tighter. So I'm liking 7 so far. Go to 8, pull along, no, but 7, yeah, that's tight. So I'm liking 7. So I think 7 is the correct combination for the 4th wheel. Now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to see which number on this wheel starts to bind the next wheel along when I'm tensioning the lock. So I'm pulling the lock, not up, but along. And this wheel is this tight. Compare it to one. Yeah, both of them are a little bit tight. A little bit tight. A little bit tight, but still the same as each other so far. A little bit tight. A little bit tight. Was that a little bit tighter than 5? Maybe, it's hard to tell with that number. Okay, maybe 6, my favorite so far. Oh, 8 is very tight. Okay, so that stands out as an obvious. Okay, I wasn't sure about 6, but 8 really stood out as being really tight. Okay, so no. So that's all the numbers. I'm going to compare 6 again. And 8. No, it's definitely 8. Under tension, 8 makes this wheel really hard to turn. Okay, so the last 3 numbers, 8, 7, 4. Now I'm going to do the same thing again. See which number on this wheel makes this wheel bind under tension. So I'm pulling this tight, this tight. Still not the tightest, still as loose as each other. 3 maybe a little bit more tight actually. 4, same as 3. 5 is the same. 6 is the same. 7, maybe 7's a bit tighter. Oh, 9 is really tight. Okay, that's obvious, right? Okay, so I have to keep remembering to pull along and not up like is natural, as I say, because these 2 bits bend down. It's so tempting just to try and bend them up without thinking about it. I have to pull along. Okay, anyway, I'm happy with 9, 8, 7, 4. So now the only number I don't know is the first number. So I can just try every single number. So it's not 0, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, and it's 5. Okay, so 5, 9, 8, 7, 4 is the correct combination. I'm going to do another video where I talk about a more direct method, which may be faster for this lock, but it doesn't work on lots of bike locks. It works on quite a few, but the indirect method works on lots of bike locks. Like not all of them, but much more bike locks. If you're going to come across a bike lock and you don't know which method to use, try the indirect method first because it works on lots and lots and lots of bike locks. Cheers.